Is how's it going? And how was your weekend? My own weekend was fine. It was great and busy. I woke up this morning right now to see heavy snow on the ground. It was so heavy that we had to like come out to clear a pathway and also put some salt, just to avoid black ice and slippery ground. So in today's video, we'll talk about this report that came out on Friday, that is 2 days ago, from the immigration minister, Mark Muller, and it was the country, Canada, is now worried about the numbers of, students that are seeking asylum. A lot of students are seeking asylum, and from the list, it said nearly 14,000 students, international students, are now asylum seekers in Canada. That is in 2024. In this year, over 14,000 students have claimed asylum, and India is the top country of students seeking asylum in Canada. Like in this 14,000 students that have claimed asylum in Canada, India topped the list. The second country is Nigeria. Nigeria topped the list of countries that their students are seeking asylum in Canada, and the third one is Ghana, and the fourth country is DRC. So that is Democratic Republic of Congo. So now the list came out on Friday, and the immigration minister Canada is now trying to crack down on some fake agent or like and some motivational people that are advising students to claim asylum. He said there are some set of students from this list that they are not even aware that they have claimed asylum. Like they said, they are being deceived, by people, by some agents, by some set of groups, that, oh, please go and claim asylum, is work permit, and is this, is that. And from the report, September this year is the month with the highest number of students, that converted from study permit to asylum seekers in Canada. This paragraph, it says some students, this is from the immigration minister, said some students appear to have been advised to file asylum claim as soon as after their arrival in Canada. Miller said, we often see this claim filed within the first year, sometimes for less valid reason, such as lowering tuition fee to the domestic rate. So these are optimistic at play, and it is being exploited. So now what the minister said is that there are some set of students that are claiming asylum. Even in the first year, they will have come into the country, but because they cannot pay their tuition fee, they will now apply for an asylum. Writing it there that because I cannot pay my tuition fee, that is why I'm claiming asylum, which is not even a reason for you to claim asylum. Into the country, you've stated in your application that you have the money, you have the resources to survive in Canada. Then as soon as they come in the first year, some applied for an asylum at the airport, and the rest in the first year they will just tell you they'll file an asylum stating that they cannot afford the tuition fee. Yes, I understand the tuition fee is high and it's not easy to pay, but hey, still, there are so many opportunities you can also use to get the money within the country. There are so many jobs that you can do. There are so many remote jobs. Like being in Canada is an opportunity. So now you can also apply for remote jobs in UK, in Europe, in some other European countries. And that is what some students are doing, because in Canada you can only work 20 hours a week, so per week. So now what most students are now doing is that, just to survive, because this 20 hours a week work cannot even pay anything. So now they will now look for a remote job in some other countries. So now, like Europe, like the US, like every other, like some other country outside Canada, so that at least the pay there, they'll be able, and it's a remote job, so that, they can do it at any time and all that. So now there's a time that they'll be able to log in. There are some remote job that you can do anytime. There are some one that they have a time that you stamp in, and they have a stamp time that you clock out and all. So they are now looking for applying for remote jobs in other countries so that the pay they will be able to survive with it. Instead of claiming asylum, you can also do that. Look for a remote job in US, look for a remote job in other countries. We all know, like seriously, I know it's not easy, like paying 10,000 per semester, it's not easy. Not everyone will be able to afford that money, but still, you said it in your application that you can afford it, and that is what the government is saying, that or any student that apply for an asylum will be denied because you state it in your application that, and you also show proof in your application that you can survive in the country. So you can survive. You have the money. There is a proof of fund that you provided during your application that shows that you have the money to survive in Canada. So what happened to the money? So now what really happened to the money? So you don't have it anymore, then you are now claiming asylum, so it will be denied. If anyone is advising you or if anyone is telling you to claim asylum, that person is not your friend. The person hates you. The person is the worst enemy, and you need to run away from that person. And that is just it. Because you see, any pathway that are now being advertised, know that that pathway has been casted. Asylum are not for students. Asylum are for people that's in danger. Asylum are for people that are from the war-torn country like the Ukraine, the Palestine and some other countries. Those are the people that should claim asylum, not a student that show proof that you can afford the money, doing your application from Nigeria, from India, that there is no war going on, there's nothing happening, there's anything. Some people even said, okay, there will be LGBT and everything. Those things are not working anymore. It works maybe 5, 10 years ago, but now it doesn't work anymore. Like the country now understand that people are using this kind of a thing to lie, so it's not working anymore, and they are now cracking down on anybody that are doing all these things. And if you apply for an asylum, it will be denied, and you'll be sent out. And if you have a ban from Canada, if you claim an asylum in Canada, you cannot enter any other country, any Western country again. You can't apply for US visa, you can't apply for UK visa, you can't apply for any other visas again. So, and these are the things that I want you to understand. Like, hey, these people, like I've seen a lot of students. I know it's not easy. I know, like the country, the money and every other thing is not easy, but still, there are ways you can use. There are jobs you can also do to survive in the country. Like 20 hours a week is nothing, but still you can bring your family in to and apply for spousal open work visa. You can also, apply for a remote jobs in some other countries, you know, and you could still be working, and you still be getting paid. So instead of you now claiming asylum, you can also apply for a freelance work from Fiverr, from Upwork, because you are in Canada, it benefits, because these people need, all the sellers, what's it called? Is it buyers need people from Canada, from US. So if you are here already there, so it's an opportunity for you to apply for all this. Go to Upwork, go to Fiverr, go to all those freelance websites, or create a page, tell them what you can do, and you are in Canada, they will give you a job, all those freelance jobs that you make extra income from it instead of then applying for an asylum. So the immigration minister said they'll be going out, to fish out and to arrest anyone, like any fake immigration agent or any people that are motivating students to claim asylum. And it is true. I've seen some set of videos on TikTok, on Instagram, about people telling students to claim asylum. Like even in some Facebook groups in this country, like all these Nigerian, Canada Facebook groups, you see some people advertising asylum for students, for people, for immigrants in Canada. And I'm always so worried that why will people be advising their fellow immigrants to claim asylum, despite they are aware that there's the danger, the risk in claiming asylum, but still they are advising their fellow immigrant to do so. And the thing is, if you are here in Canada on a study permit and you claim asylum, the minister said the claim will be denied. So like it's because you doing your application, you show a proof, and that is it. Like doing your study permit application, there is a proof. You show a proof that when you come to Canada, you have the money to take care of yourself. You have the money. You have a backup, like you have someone that will sponsor you back home, and you provide a proof that you will be able to survive in Canada without the help of the government. So now there are some people that are now in Canada that as soon as they land in the airport on study permit, they will just raise their hand up and start claiming asylum and apply for an asylum, even at the airport. Like they have a study permit already, which they can study in Canada, they can work in this country legally. Like these are study permits is one of the legal routes you can use to enter this country. They have the study permit already. They can work, they can study, but as soon as they land in the airport, they will open their hands and they will apply for an asylum, despite them having a study permit, despite they are not asylum seekers, but they will just enter the airport. As soon as they come into the country, what they'll do is they will tell the immigration agent that, like CBSA, that is the Canadian Border Security Agency, that they want to apply for an asylum. And it is so worried. It is also worried that even the United Kingdom has banned, anyone coming to Canada via UK. But right now, because some set of people are also using Canada visa to board, to claim asylum in UK, now they have stopped any Canada transit visa via United Kingdom. This will be the end of my video. My name is Taiwo. If you have any comment or anything to ask me, go ahead and drop it as a comment below. Definitely I'll read your comment and also reply to your comment. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.